Hi there, it's Galen again. Today I'm going to show you a fun birthday card. It has stars in watercolor. It also has a happy birthday sentiment that's done in a more of an ombre blended stamping. I used Unity Stamp Company's Say It Big sentiment kit. I used the birthday stamp out of that. I used My Creative Time dies, bunch of stitched stars, and more stitched rectangular dies. I also used Ranger archival ink, cobalt, and manganese blue. Also, alt new watercolor half pans and the mini Misty. Also, watercolor brushes. And the first thing I did was stamp the happy birthday sentiment. I started with the lighter color first, the manganese blue, and I stamped all of it together, all of the stamping in that sort of a light background. It works best with solid stamps, this technique. I come in with a darker color towards the top, and then I tap a little bit in the middle. And I pass it one time over the Misty to see if I get a good imprint. And I decided I wanted to stamp it one more time. So I added a little more of the light blue on the bottom and the dark blue towards the top and tapping in the middle. And then I went for a second pass in the Misty stamping tool. And I liked the way it came out. I used another panel of watercolor paper, just not really trimmed or anything. Just I wanted to create a background panel with just watercolor, and I'll come in and die cut stars later. I mixed a light blue, a darker blue, and I started with a light lavender. I thought that was too light, so then I wanted to have a brighter accent color, and I used a light orange. It actually shows up more of a yellow, especially against the blue. I mixed palettes with water. On the background, I added some touches of just water. Then I bring in a dark blue in those areas just by tapping the brush to the water. And I wanted more of a marble look of different colors, so I brought some light blue and some yellow, goldish colors. I allow them to blend a little where they meet. This is just going to be a background effect that will eventually be die cut. I add a few layers of adding the water. I start with one and then I come back and add another. Sometimes I do that 2, 3, sometimes 4 times. Watercolor starts darker, but it ends up drying lighter, so I don't mind going in and adding darker colors. I wanted more of a marbled look, no real pattern for this. Afterwards, I blot any kind of puddles, then I heat set with a heat tool, and I assembled on top of that panel, the dried panel, die cut pieces. And I tape it down before I send it through a die cutting machine. I die cut the birthday also, the happy birthday. Now for the stars, the 2 big stars, I used a flat double-sided tape to tape down a couple of the bigger stars. And then I will place the birthday panel on top of that with foam tape. And then after I get that placed, I will add the smaller stars. And I mean, you could use foam tape for those or regular tape, however you like. For the small die cuts and small pieces, I like to use Multimedia Matte by Ranger. It's a glue that does not shine like regular glue. has a matte finish. And I'm adding adhesive gems just to finish the card. I use tweezers because it's easier for me. Thanks a lot. I hope you like it. Thanks for following and watching today. Have a good day.